Welcome and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, don't play around with that like button. Make sure you hit me with a few of those, huh? Thanks for clicking on the video. So today, I'm going to cover, I'm a little late to the party on this one, but I'm going to cover the Xbox business plan. I'm at the A week or two ago, Microsoft decided, or Xbox decided to come out and have a podcast and kind of give a little bit of a roadmap of what they want to do, what their plans are. And of course, plans change or can change, but they kind of laid out some plans for their consumers and whatnot to, get an understanding of where they're going or what they want to do. And right out of the gate, of course, Phil Spencer says, not every IP is going to be put on every platform. I think there might be some truth to that because it seems like Microsoft, Xbox, Phil Spencer, whoever's at the forefront of Xbox, it seems like just based on what I've seen with their patterns, they like to play the long game. So with him coming out and saying, don't take this as a sign that everything's coming, I don't think this generation everything is going to come. I'm convinced that the next generation of console hardware, if Microsoft does make one, a new console for next generation, not an upgrade, next generation, which I think they will, I believe that there will be very, very little exclusivity on their console. I think that this is more of a plan, playing the long game, a roadmap of not this generation, next generation, we're going to put all of our games out on everything, and the console really isn't going to have any kind of exclusivity. I could be wrong, but that's the way that I see it based on what they've done in the past and their behaviors. Of course, we all know the 4 games that are coming. They've already been announced. I've seen them. Everyone's seen them. People predicted what they are. Everyone got them right, of course. But it seems like they're taking a book out of Sony's playbook. They're putting the feelers out to see what, if those games perform well on whatever platform they put them on. And of course, that's going to give them incentive if they do well to, that's going to give them the signal to put more IPs on other platforms, whether that's newer IPs that they make, newer games, or older IPs like Gears or the older Halos. You know what I mean? It might give them the indication to maybe port those to different platforms as well. Another thing that was addressed was day and date is staying with Game Pass. They're not getting rid of day and date. And also at this moment in time, Game Pass is only going to be on the Xbox console and PC. So if this statement stays true and that is their plans long term, then this obviously would secure or ease the mind of people who think doom and gloom when it comes to halting their hardware manufacture. People believe that, Xbox is going to go full third party and get out of hardware production, which, this is supposed to ease the mind of people. Of course, like I said earlier, plans can change. So I take all this stuff here with a grain of salt. A lot of PR talk and, yada, yada, yada. But that's what they're telling us right now. So, Phil Spencer did say that he would love to have Game Pass on any platform that would want it on there, aka PlayStation or Nintendo. But as of right now, it's only going to be an Xbox console thing and a PC thing. So we'll see what happens. If that strategy stays the course, then I believe Xbox will always manufacture a console to some degree. Whether that's a little handheld, whether that's a little stream device, whether it's a full-blown console, I think they'll always have some sort of hardware going on if this is to be true. The next thing is Activision Blizzard games coming to Game Pass, starting with Diablo 4. We all knew this was coming. I mean, it's just it's common sense at this point. You spend $70 billion on an IP, of course your plans are to put their whole backlog or most of their backlog, future games that they have on your service. Like that's common sense. But Diablo 4 is coming out in, I think, March, April. I'm not sure. You could look it up. But yeah, they announced that, so that's cool. They also did announce that there's going to be more information coming out on new hardware this holiday season, whether that's a new revision of the Xbox Series consoles, whether that's some sort of handheld, which a lot of people are speculating, which I think would be awesome. People have wanted Xbox handhelds for many years. I think since the 360 era, they've been wanting, some sort of portable Xbox device. And right now, it kind of feels like this might be the right time to do something like that, considering how handheld hardware is just skyrocketing in popularity at this moment in time. I mean, you have so many devices and so many companies that are investing in new devices. You got Lenovo, you got Asus, you got Steam Deck, you got, for Christ's sakes, you got the PlayStation Portal. The Switch is already technically a hybrid of a console handheld. So it's just something that makes sense. And I think it would be a huge missed opportunity if Microsoft still doesn't invest into some sort of handheld device, even if it was just like a Game Pass device, as long as it's not strictly streaming. But what that is, we'll get more details about it. I'm sure probably end of summer, we'll probably hear some things, some more rumors, some more speculations, some insiders giving their leaked information on Twitter and on YouTube. So we'll see more. Hopefully it's some sort of handheld or like a pro version of the Series X, which would give me incentive to finally buy a Series X console. So it's more of like that wait and see type of information that was given. They also said that the next gen, it's going to come sooner than later. They've invested into next gen technology already. So this further solidifies my belief that with next generation hardware coming from Xbox, that they're definitely going to be spreading their IP games more so. It's almost going to be like a Sega situation, but instead of completely getting out of hardware production, they're going to still do hardware production, but their IPs are going to be everywhere. It's like an unprecedented time for console games, video games at this moment that we're living in. So it's going to be interesting to really see what their strategy is moving forward. But if they have new hardware, some sort of hardware that they're going to announce towards the end of the year, this year, 2024, holiday this year, but they're already investing in next generation, that kind of tells me, okay, maybe it is some sort of mobile hardware that they're working on, and they want to get to next generation sooner than later so that they can put their IPs everywhere and potentially be able to garner more revenue from their IPs versus what they would get just through, PC sales and their console sales. So that's of course just my speculation. They also said about more than 10 major releases are going to be coming up. And with that, I take that with a big old grain of salt because, given the track record of Microsoft, they have to, at this point, or Xbox, I should say, they have to show and prove. Getting out and talking about the shit, it's already to the point where when whoever gets up there talking, when it's a representative of Microsoft, whether that's Phil Spencer or Sarah Bond or whoever, people already have a speculation of this is horseshit. They're going to say one thing, do another. So I think people are really to that point where we're kind of done listening or wanting to hear talk. We want more action to happen. So we understand that, Microsoft owns a lot of IP now, but saying that you're going to have 10 major releases and actually providing them, they're two completely different things. And on top of that, you could put out 10 games, but if they're not quality, it's not going to matter. They're not going to sell. So at this point, all we can really do is sit and wait. My thoughts on it is, the whole business plan, at least we got something, because there for like 2 weeks, dude, the internet fucking was consuming itself with the rumors. And it was like just to me, it was a bad look for a lot of Xbox representation. But the fact that people look at that and they demand or think, oh, Microsoft should be nipping this in the butt, they should have, responded to these rumors sooner. It's really not their job to do that if you're really thinking about it. If a fan base or a community is speculating on something, that's all internal. No one's really obligated to come in and curb anyone's rumor or curb anyone's speculation. They don't have to do that. That goes with anything. If someone starts a rumor about you don't have to go and curb someone's speculation about you. I mean, that come from if it doesn't come from you, I mean, you shouldn't be obligated. And people really sit back and really thought, oh, Xbox should Phil Spencer and they should come out and said something way early instead of making people wait. Why? That's actually really good for business too, because it's nonstop talking about your brand. Someone's always going to be talking about it. Case in point, you have, especially on YouTube and Twitter, you have PlayStation-centric channels who do nothing but talk about Xbox. Now, how can you be a PlayStation-centric channel but never talk about PlayStation, ever? There are people that have 2-hour streams with content about PlayStation, but then they have 7-hour streams about Xbox. I mean, you gotta put 2 and 2 together here. But it is what it is. I thought it was acceptable. I wish they would have, said. I wish they would have gave us a little bit more. But I guess we play the waiting game for the end of this year, see what they have in store. And you never know. Maybe they're going to be investing in some sort of VR. I know they dabbled in that mixed reality headset years ago during the Xbox One generation. Maybe they're perfecting something like that. Who really knows? But that's really all I have for you. You let me know what your thoughts are down below. Like I said, I know it's a little late to the fucking party with this information, but hey, it is what it is, you know what I mean? Let me know down there. Subscribe to the channel. If you enjoyed my content, make sure you hit the like button. As always, it's been your boy, it's been real, and I am out. Later. I'm at the